Shrivam, and for my Girl Scout Gold Award project, I'm making a video on what culture means to different people. So starting off, to me, culture means food and attire.
Culture to me is traditions that your family and ancestors pass down through generations. It can be style, food, holidays, celebrations, anything like that to me is culture.
I think culture means the way that people act or behave depending on the environment or situation they're in. For example, I am Asian, so my culture is using chopsticks while I eat and celebrating Chinese New Year's. So it really depends on where you're from, your nationality, and where you live.
Culture is a very special thing to me. I would say that to me, it means that I will always have something that I can have in common with others, so I will never be alone.
Culture means to me good food, dancing, and developing an understanding of everyone's backgrounds and perspectives.
What does culture mean to you?
Hi, my name is Julia. I'm from Poland, and for me culture is that I can express myself through my art.
To me, culture means food.
To me, culture is music, art, languages, cuisines, and traditions.
Here's a time lapse of me making traditional Indian chai for breakfast. A huge part of Indian cuisine is the amount of spices that we put in it. And this drink is usually served in the morning or afternoon with some sort of cookie.
Culture is a large part of who I am in shaping my identity. It is a fantastic way for me to enjoy life and experience my environment with family and friends through shared food, practices, traditions, and beliefs. Culture is important in connecting groups of people by a common personality of sorts, but more importantly, the world, through our collective diversity of expression.
Culture is my way for me to connect with my family back home in India. This can be through food, or especially for me, dancing. Dancing has been a big way for me to connect to my roots back at home and just learn more about what my South Indian culture is.
Hi everyone, my name is Marie. I'm from Russia, and to me, culture means plenty of things. Art, music, national cuisine, nature, and so on, but most importantly, literature. This plays a huge part in every Russian person's life.
Culture to me is diversity and change, and I believe that the way someone was brought up from their childhood and the environment that they live in affects the diversity of their culture, which makes this world very unique and each culture special.
Culture is the common thread that binds how I perceive my day-to-day life and my code of ethics.
To me, culture means diversity.
What does culture mean to you?
Values.
To me, culture is art and attire.
Culture can really be anything. It doesn't need to be too specific, but culture can be formed anywhere, at any time, at any place. Like, it encapsulates any amount of people, and it can give them a definition. It's a form of volume. It fills a space.
To me, spend time with family, and it describes me as a person, as a community, and everyone around me and my family.
Culture for me is traditions, way of life.
In simplest terms, culture is people. It's family. It's what you get from your family and your people and put out into the world. And they got it from their family. Could include their art, their music, their cuisine, their dance, their stories, most importantly, their stories. And it tells you what they value and how they live. Culture is a guidebook to how people live.
What does culture mean to you?
Food. To me is like traditions and knowledge passed on from one generation to the other. It could be food, clothing, family recipes, art forms, anything that brings families together.
Culture means a lot to me, especially in my artwork.
Here's a video of Victoria making a traditional Chinese dish called zongzi. She's currently filling a bamboo leaf with sticky rice, pork belly, Chinese sausage, salted egg yolk, tiny dried shrimps, and tiny yellow beans.
Beliefs and celebrations.
In my opinion, culture means everything to everyone. It defines religion, what food we eat, what kind of clothes we wear. From how we sit at the table to how we greet people. Culture is something on which our livelihood depends on, because when we follow a particular culture, we follow its characteristics. It helps people to develop a personal sense of personal growth, and it also helps people to empathize and associate with others. Thank you.
What does culture mean to you?
Family.
Mama's culture.
Culture to me means diversity and uniqueness among people.
It can change too. Culture changes and evolves, and there's no such thing as bad culture. All culture is good culture, and if you're lucky in your lifetime, you get to experience little bits and pieces of other people's cultures. And you take parts of them and make them part of your culture, and then your culture evolves. There's no such thing as bad culture. All culture is good culture. All culture provides understanding of people. That's what culture is. It's understanding and people.
Culture means family and traditions.
To me, culture is a huge part of my identity, and it means a way of living, from the food that we eat to the languages that we speak and the way that we treat other people.
Culture for me means heritage, traditions that your forefathers created for you, and for you to add to and share it with people.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I believe culture is the custom outlook all humans bring to society. And within that outlook is the creation of our own individuality through ourselves and bonds us to each other.
Culture to me is being connected to people I've never met in my past.
It can be described as tradition, values, belief, custom followed by people or society. Now in Norwegian, kultur kan være beskrevet som tradisjon, moral og verdier.
Culture represents different foods, traditions, family.
Culture to me is the way our surroundings and people around us influence the way we form our values and ideas and the way we think about things, in addition to the things we cook, and just form all the little parts of the way we are.
Hi, my name is Riley, and I believe culture is the way a group of people can uniquely express themselves and their heritage through art, music, dance, and song.
Culture is something that I feel connected to and something that brings my family and friends close together.
To me, culture is tradition. It's a way of carrying forward the mindsets and the belief systems of like people before you, and really embracing that, the positive aspects of it, and celebrating a real sense of community. Because culture is really based around religion and based around that sense of community. Yeah.
To me, culture means embracing who you are. It means family, celebration, and friends.
What culture is to me is my heritage, and it symbolizes where I am from, and it is basically my identity.
To me, culture to me, I guess, would mean self-identity and knowing kind of where you come from, and sharing a part of that with the world. And I think it's important to learn about other cultures and learning about what makes other people tick and sharing that part of yourself with others as well.
Culture to me is your identity. It's your beliefs, your values, your customs. It defines you as a person, where you belong, where you were born, and how you have been brought up.
To me means my beliefs, my traditions.
Culture for me is traditions, rituals,
language passed on from generation to generation. It's constantly evolving because of the migratory population and also the advance in science. Culture for me is my strength.
See here, culture is not one physical thing. It's a culmination of ideas and traditions all woven together to create an idea of a concept. Although culture means different things to different people, it's one thing that brings us together. It's one unifying force for all human beings. So what does culture mean to you?